Hi guys, it's Jamie here. We're going to look at ways to quickly decorate the plainer pages of the journal. For example, this double page spread, great for writing on, not much interest. I've got a load of scraps and bits and pieces to one side here, and one thing I've got is these strips already pre-cut of gingham paper. What I thought I might do is create borders using gingham ribbon onto the paper, probably sew it down, create a small border for the page, and do that through several pages. I also have another gingham ribbon here, which is a green one, so I might well mix it up. I have an example here of something I've already put together. This one, straight running stitch down the center. I think that's a yellow thread. I'm now going to cut that as a strip. Just brings a little something to the page, so let's pop that down. On this opposite corner we can either put a fussy cut from the kit or one of the cutouts from the journaling cards. That would match quite nicely with having some gingham over here. We'll go through here, and with the strips that I've got left, do some more of this type of decoration and then see where we're at. All the page strips that I want to do are now down and trimmed up. The next thing for another simple decoration idea I'm thinking about doing is to create some circles, two different sizes, the very large and the medium. So that's 2¼ 2.5 inch and 1.5 inch. Use those with the gingham scraps. This is just to give you the idea of what I'm thinking of doing. Take one of the fussy cuts and place them with the circle behind. Add it as a cluster. Yeah, I need the bigger one. I want to take up too much space with decoration, but I do want to create a look. I think it's actually better without the background, so forget that idea. Using some of the fussy cuts without any decoration, just gluing them to the bottom corners of pages that are quite plain. Although the decorating of this has been quite simple, I do feel it's enough. The two things, the border and then the use of the fussy cuts, to me has filled this up with small detail that will be of interest without overpowering the writing space. Next thing to do is to make the cover and the closure. Now this one does gape a bit, so we are going to perhaps want to put something onto here to help close it up, like a ribbon. I am going to leave it open spine, so I will be cutting some cardboard that will fit on top of this page and on top of the back page. I've cut some craft card to fit the front and the back. This will be glued straight onto there. However, first we're going to decorate the front cover. I've got a mixture of things here. I've got some old pillowcase that's been stained up with coffee, a fresh piece of unbleached linen, an image from the actual pack that's been printed onto card, and I have a cluster of scraps. What I will do is I will use silicone glue to glue some of this down very, very lightly, then sew around where I need to sew. I've sewn where I can on this, but it's a little bit thick to get all the way round. I've managed to get all the way round one bit, but then when I came to do this area, I broke a couple of sewing needles. I'm giving up on that. On here, I've added some ribbon at the halfway point, glued it down, and then just secured it with a piece of card just to make sure that it doesn't move when it's pulled. To make the front cover, what we'll be doing is gluing around and over this page, placing this onto that page. I'm making sure the cardboard is not going over that spine. Let's do the back cover. I'm keeping the back cover a lot simpler than the front cover. I'm going to glue the second part of that picture to the craft card. I'm also going to add the ribbon to make the tie. We'll measure halfway down, which will be 10 centimetres. Get a length of ribbon, glued the ribbon at that halfway point. Took a piece of card or paper and covered over the ribbon so that it had 2 layers of glue and stability to it. Turn it over and add our picture as centrally as we can. On the reverse, again, more glue. Try and get it as lined up as possible. Burnish it down. And then pop that under a weight. I've put a button with a few bits of rags as a cluster on this corner because of that problem that I had with finishing the sewing. That is the front cover. I actually quite like it. It's quite strong now with those layers of material. That's how the spine now looks. And then when you open it up, you have your closure. You open to this page now, which is a really good starting page because of the pictures. You've got your flip here. And then as you can see, you'll see the pockets, the hinging, the flow, the small decorations that have been put on the corners, this ordering of the plainer pages, lots of pockets and journaling cards in this particular journal. Here we've got that tuck spot, pocket, and then flip, the big pocket, more borders, belly bands, little bits of decoration. So you can see on the more decorative pages, nothing. On some pages, pockets and decorations and tags and things. There's interest on virtually every page, but it's quite uniform in its interest. That is the last page. Yeah, just checking. Don't want to pull apart a page that's still drying. That is our On the Farm journal. Thank you for taking part in these tutorials, and I will catch you very, very soon. Bye!